are now plugged into Hooked on Science with Bruce and Tony Khan.
And we're live.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to another fantastic episode of Hooked on Sonics. I am one of your two hosts, Bruce over here, and over there, giving all his Conan love, is the Toe Capone. And we are in the throes of celebrating some of our favorite African American artists. This week is no exception. This week we have Sir Mix-a-Lot's debut album, SWASS, and King Curtis live at Fillmore West. Sure, we're going to get some really, really good discussions about both these albums and tons of banter because that's what we do. We're a bunch of bantering hens. Tone, before we banter and squawk, people want to know, how are you?
Good evening. I am okay. I had a bit of a busy day. Had to go replace my keyboard. Oh, thrill, thrill, fun, fun.
Is that because you're a keyboard warrior and you just smashed it?
I don't do keyboard warrior shit, man. I'm old school. If I have a
Show up
real
people's
issue with you, I'll
houses.
just show up. You know
That's
what
right.
I mean? Or
Yeah, just show.
wait till I see you in public and catch you off guard.
That's right. Something like that.
Hey! Which
So,
I do to people all the time.
yeah, quick story. Yeah, what this guy did to me. Anyone who knows me knows when I'm out in public, like if I hate talking to people in public. It's weird. It just me. It's a me thing. I get it. Well, anyway, I'm in a Walmart and I'm way down the aisle. This motherfucker comes in. He sees me from way across the way. Hey, motherfucker! I'm like, oh Jesus. So,
Did you know who it was?
oh yeah, how can
Yeah.
you not tell who that one is? But
I digress.
yes, that was fun.
Nice. Cheers.
Salute. Well, my friend, what's been going on? What you been listening to and all that stuff?
Oh, this week I have been jamming a ton of things. Dax Riggs, Ohm, Conan, uh what else did I put on? Some Church of Misery.
Mhm.
Um some Cool in the Gang.
Celebrate. That's not them.
That's not them. Try again. Do not ever disrespect Cool and the Gang.
I'm drawing a blank. Celebrate
Right, yeah,
good
that's
times.
that was
See,
probably their
I was
big one.
close.
But I like stuff like what is it? Uh man, I can't remember everything, man. Donna call my name. Donna call my name. Man, I can't remember the name of the song, man. But there's the one reason I really like listening to Kool and Gang is, man, it's really got this funky groove behind it, man. It's just always, and I've seen Kool and Gang a ton of times, man, when I was young.
Yeah.
But yeah, we are we are in the midst of some shit, and who else was I taking in this week? Oh, I told you about that dark jazz or the Kilimanjaro dark jazz
Yep.
ensemble.
Yep.
So yeah, I was checking those guys out pretty good again this week. Really digging that stuff, man. I gotta get paid so I can buy that shit. And listen to it constantly in the car, especially have all of it because they don't release all the tracks on Bandcamp.
Mm.
Some people do. They release them on Bandcamp for everybody to listen to, see if they want to buy the album.
Yeah.
But dude, if I die, I'm gonna give you access to my Bandcamp account.
Oh, what am I going to do with all this doom?
It's not just Doom.
So I'll be more. Okay,
It's not just Doom.
hold on. True confession time.
True
Of your
confession time.
of your Bandcamp arsenal, what percentage is Doom? And don't lie.
Probably 90.
Thank you. What am I gonna do with all that Doom? I'm already gonna be sad enough. Now I gotta be forced to listen to this shit.
Get over it. It's a hell of a collection, dude. You get everything from Heavy Temple, everything from Church of Misery, everything from fucking that's available there from I think High on Fire. I think everything from who else? I got a lot, dude. I got a
Yeah,
fucking lot, dude. A fucking lot.
yeah. I'd just
My
rather burden my kids with all my physical copies of shit.
dude, if I had the room, I would. You know me. But I tell you what, one of the big reasons I go completely digital anymore is because I mean, even back in the day when you loan somebody something like we've talked about before,
Mm,
um, you don't get it back. Or I've been in a situation where I've lost 100 CDs in a CD case because a car got broken into.
allegedly.
Well, dude, that's happened to me twice. And I want to say it wasn't 100 CDs, it was 200. That's what the holder supposedly held.
Right.
Keep in mind, a lot of times, my music collection.
Hmm.
A lot of those were double stacked.
Yeah.
So I've lost a lot of music.
Yeah. I get it.
And it's a pain to buy stuff that I've already owned once. It drives me up a freaking wall, man. And then I was looking at albums out at Walmart today, dude,
Yeah.
because I was just there to pick up the keyboard. And lo and fucking behold, a lot of good albums on the shelf. I saw a Snoop Dogg album,
Hmm.
re-release of Doggy Style, looks great. Um, saw like an Aerosmith Greatest Hits.
Yep.
I saw a Sublime Icon album that was like a Greatest Hits.
Hmm.
I saw Michael Jackson's Thriller, but everything was 20 bucks or above, and most of it was 39.99.
Hmm.
It's like, I don't know, dude. It drives me up a fucking wall, to be honest with you. Excuse me.
That's why I'm picky about it. I've got a lot of records, but I am picky about what I end up getting.
That's why I'm picky too. But I'm super, super fucking picky at this point.
Yeah.
I was actually hoping that I ordered, and I know the fans aren't a big fan of Earache, which is the company that actually has the rights to um, Sleep's Holy Mountain. And I don't think I'm going to find one in the wild, an original pressing. So I ordered it. Along with it came a digital. I'm waiting on it to come. I was hoping to show it on the show, but I'm looking forward to being here because it's a wonderful, wonderful fucking album. I think I gave you that album.
Probably.
Yeah.
Sounds right.
So yeah. Other than that, man, what have you been listening to?
Well, my friend, our good friend of the show, Wes Beach from the Plasmatics, turned me on to this band called Sparks. Uh, they're pretty wild, some glam rock type stuff from back in the day. Starting to listen to some of them, some of their stuff. This one album in particular, Kimono My House. Some really cool guitar riffs on this thing. Um, been listening to a lot of Waylon. I'm almost finished with the producer of Van Halen, of a famed producer who produced many people. More importantly, Van Halen, Ted Templeman. Almost finished with his book. We're just getting into the breakup era, and him working on Dave's Crazy from the Heat EP. Really exciting stuff. And let's see. I've been
Is
checking
Crazy
out.
from the Heat? Is that the one that had Just a Gigolo on it?
Yes.
Favorite. I love that
Yep.
EP.
Yeah. It's fantastic.
That's my favorite piece of work that David Lee Roth did.
Isn't that wild?
That whole stuff that he's done, everything, that EP is worth more in gold to me than anything else he's done.
Wow. Wow.
I'm just a gigolo.
And those are all
Wherever I go.
covers.
And they
They're
are.
yeah. And then yeah, I love Dave. So uh and a bunch of different female artists that you may or may not get. So yeah, that's me.
Oh, I got you tonight, dude. I'm
I
slapping
hope
you.
so.
I'm slapping you out of left field.
Yeah. So lately, I guess this is the perfect time to tell people uh what we're going to be transitioning into um starting next week.
Oh yeah. As we bring Black History Month here at Hooked on Sonics to a close with a couple solid albums, I'm sure. We are going to be entering the realm of next month's treats of women in music.
Mm-hmm.
And I always enjoy this one because it's always a little hard for me to find what I'm looking for to give Bruce during these episodes. However, the the month long run of it is a lot of fun, and there's some
Yeah.
interesting stuff that goes on there.
Yeah. There for me at least there's a lot of deliberation and like there's a method to my madness.
Yeah,
Usually. Sometimes like, oh shit, I just heard this. I gotta put this on him. But yeah, and also everyone at the end of next month, well, let me just preface this. We've got quite a few guests in the hopper that we've got 3 confirmed. So still working on more details as we get there, but really exciting times here on the show for sure.
we are ramping up on definitely getting in touch with some people. Um, just because a lot of albums are going to be releasing for people to go out on tour with and stuff and whatnot. So we're trying to get their attention, and we hope to get some people on the show. I've got a message out to John Paul Davis of Conan there. Man, let me tell you, saw those guys in Toledo. They were on my top 5 to see live because I love all of their shit.
Hmm.
And went up to see them in Toledo at a fucking venue that was a part bowling alley, part pizza pub, part record store. This place was awesome. If you ever get the chance, you got to get out to the West Side Bowl in Toledo with me. And they're always bringing in some really cool shows. I just don't, I just, it's a long drive, man. It's a long drive to get in and out of there. I would have taken in Heavy Temple twice in a row if I could have made that run.
Yeah.
But
I got
the
to tell you something. I don't know if you've seen it or not, but the full video in 4K is on YouTube of that
I know,
show.
I know, I know.
Are you in that video? Because I can't pick out your fat head.
I'm on the far right, and they just cut me and the Nomads out.
Ah,
They had just cut me and the Nomads out.
that was
Now
a good
you
video.
might see us wander through if you watch the whole. Oh, dude, it's a dude. It's a great video. They sounded so fucking good.
Yeah, it
Like,
was recorded well too.
dude, I will tell you this. We went out and it was a great time. The venue was a blast. The pizza was good. The beer selection was fucking amazing. The staff was fucking amazing. And then at the end of the show, I got to meet John Paul and I want to say the bass player's name's Dave. But I got them to sign the guest or the set list, and I was fucking ecstatic, dude. Fucking static. So yeah, man, I know that we've got some stuff in the works. I'm trying to work on some things on my end as well.
Yeah.
Um, Other than that, we drinking tonight, man.
Well, my friend, let me tell you, not only am I drinking the finest bottled water, Cumberland Gap spring water, right here in Middlesboro, Kentucky, I've also have Ye Old Faithful, my Kraken, 94 proof, with
Is
some
that a
Coke.
fucking half
Handle?
gallon?
Yeah.
I'm proud of you, son.
And that one,
Jesus, why do you got two open?
because I forgot I had one open. I might have been drinking at that point.
Oh, I hate
Yeah,
doing that shit.
yeah, it'll go.
Cool.
Anyway, standard, love it. 5. What about you, my friend?
I'm taking a week off from all kinds of crazy shit, including eating, obviously, because we are now at a new dietary discretion. Trying to work some things out, and hopefully this thing goes well. So, with that being said, I will drink with you guys tonight. I will not drink anything alcoholic, obviously. So, we are going to go
Obviously.
back to the tried and true classic Brewdog non-alcoholic clockwork alcohol free.
Okay.
I absolutely love this beer. It's got some hint of orange in it, and it is a tasty beer for a non-alcoholic beer. I'd love to get you out here sometime and say, here, have I had you have one of the non-alcoholics yet?
I don't know if I had one last time I was up there or not.
Yeah, dude, they taste great, man. And if you don't want to get fucking smashed, squeeze these in your six pack. You know what I mean? You can even extend a six pack by drinking these. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It's a 5, dude. There's no debating that. It's not going to change. It's not going to change. It's a good go-to regular. Only 20 calories.
You know, I hear once you hit 50, that's all you're going to drink.
Dude, I'm going to tell you what, man. You want me to be honest with you? I'll be honest with you. I
I'm going to peek back behind the curtain, folks.
sorry, I need a tissue. Um I we I don't know that I got it in me to drink like that anymore, man. And I've got a lot of bourbon downstairs. This is me being honest on the air. Like anytime I get into doing some real drinking, I wake up hurting, dude. Hurting. And listen, what used to take half a day to recover from now takes 3.
Yep. Welcome to the club.
Fuck. Don't get me wrong. But maybe if I get my health back in shape, maybe I'll be able to do all that again. But good Lord, man. Being on those steroids
Yeah.
after I got sick for so many months, I packed on some serious weight, dude.
Yeah.
Remind me to tell you something
Okay.
in regards to the weight thing and what I saw that I've never seen before.
Okay.
Yeah, it's crazy, dude.
You
No,
just open you just opened yourself up to a fucking huge joke, but because I love you, I'm not doing it.
no, it's crazy, dude. Because I've never fucking seen it before. And listen, I'll blast out there. I don't give a fuck. I'm rude, crude, and socially unacceptable. Um, it's no doubt that big people get stretch marks. Well, the majority of my stretch marks have always consisted in my belly area because my belly's always gotten bigger. Well, now I'm seeing stretch marks up underneath like my arm area and shit that I've never seen before.
Hmm.
And dude, when I was on them steroids, all they make you want to do is eat. You can't curb the appetite. You can't satiate it at all.
Hmm.
Be on fucking 40 milligrams of fucking prednisone.
Ah,
Yeah, just
rage.
out of your skin, dude. Brains. You know what I'm saying? Nah, it's crazy, dude. It's crazy, but you know what? It is what it is. I'm gonna work on getting this down. First day in on this thing. Pretty much the consistency is wake up, have a protein shake that's plant based. Lunch, have a protein bar that's plant based, and you want to snack in between there and dinner, whatever you would call dinner. I go another plant based bar if I need be, or I'll have like a cucumber salad or something like that.
Yeah.
Just I'm not eating a ton of meat, but I know that I'm getting ready to go into the barbecue months.
Hmm.
So I better scale down
You got you,
quick.
you got to build you a little cushion there.
Because let me tell you something. My suggestion to you, Mr. Smoker Man,
Uh-huh.
who's got his new smoker for the year, trust me, on those summer nights, you're going to want to get out there and
Oh yeah,
have something in there every night.
absolutely.
Every night, dude. And when you're
That'll make
eating
it work.
good, you're eating good. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Oh shit. Well,
What's next on your smoker?
probably some chicken wings.
Chicken legs, huh?
Chicken wings.
Chicken wings.
Hmm. Dry rub,
What temperature does that thing get up to?
275.
You got an air fryer?
Nope.
I'd invest in one. You're never going to get the crispiness you're looking for out there off that.
As long as I have the flavor.
You'll want the crispiness.
Okay.
You'll want the skin to crisp up. The rub will be better that way. You don't want slimy skin.
No.
That's what's going to happen at 275.
Gotcha.
So you may want to finish. I like to finish if it comes down to it. I'd finish mine off in the air fryer.
Okay.
Yeah, and just 5 minutes in the air fryer, done. You know what I mean? If you've never had a purpose for an air fryer, buy one. They're great as far as grease goes.
Hmm.
You don't have to eat a ton of fucking grease. You see all the grease come out of your food down at the bottom, and get you a big one because you're always going to want to have enough room to put whatever you want in it. And you can do a lot of shit in them too. You can do practically anything fucking in them, and they're really good on taking care of the fucking grease. Like if you've never had French fries or tater tots in an air fryer, you're missing the fuck out, dude. All day long, all day long.
Sweet.
Chicken wings, even in the air fryer, are good,
Yeah.
but they take long. They take long. I'd rather go the route that you're going, smoke them up,
Yeah.
rub them to make sure they're good and rubbed, then finish them off in the air fryer
There
5
you go.
minutes or so.
Sweet. Hey, real quick, do you have any music news? Because I've just got a couple birthdays.
I heard something about the one of the ex singers of Annihilator passing away. Uh, I wasn't really familiar with Annihilator, but our condolences to him and his family.
Mm-hmm.
I know that there's a lot of we're getting ready to go into the festival months.
Hmm.
So there's a lot of festivals going on, Rocklahoma, Louder Than Life. Tell you one of the things I saw my friends Gilbert and Sabrina. I love them to death, man. They're family. And they went on a rock cruise where they
Hmm.
actually got to hang out with the bands and all kinds of shit, man. And I was just like, they seem to have loved it so much that they're going back.
Nice.
So yeah,
Yeah, the Dictators are getting ready to go on a little rock cruise themselves. So
yeah, it'd be interesting, man. Who are they going with?
I think it's with Little Steven, like Little Steven from Bruce Springsteen. I think
Okay,
it's a whole thing with him. So
that's
I know
nice.
it's all over their uh, website and Facebook page and stuff. So
That's nice.
yeah, so we'll definitely have to talk to Keith next time we see him, which
See
may
how
be
that
sooner than
goes.
you think. Absolutely.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah, let's see real quick. George Harrison, our favorite Beatle. He
I don't know about me, but maybe you.
oh yeah, he's one of our favorite Beatles.
I like all the Beatles.
Yeah, but he's our
I've never.
favorite.
Uh, I don't have a favorite, dude. I don't
Anyway,
have a favorite
George
Beatle.
is my favorite, and happy birthday today, George. Um, let's see, we are recording on the 25th of February. Also, happy birthday to one of the godfathers of bluegrass, the Ralph Stanley, uh, the man of constant sorrow himself. Uh, Him and his brother, the Stanley brothers, have done so much for the world of country and bluegrass music. So happy birthday, Dr. Stanley. And Vulgar Display of Power was released today. And what was that, 91?
I don't know, man. To
90,
be honest with
91?
you,
Yeah.
I can't keep
So,
track of years of albums anymore.
yep.
I've taken in so much music, it's hard to keep track of it all. Like I can't even remember fucking people in bands anymore half the
92.
time.
It was
But
recorded in
hey, dude,
91.
you're doing better than me. You was close.
Yeah. So there we go. That's what I got.
Cool. Cool. Any other
Yeah.
news?
No, that's it.
All right. So we've discussed
Done.
brews and news.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's about time to get into some reviews. And
Reviews.
that was the news.
Word.
Rock. Let's do it, man.
All right, man. Who's up?
I believe you're up this week.
Mm. All right, my friend. Well, I want to do this. I know that this album, you gave me Sir Mix-a-Lot's debut album, SWAS. We're both going to have a lot to say about this album. So I want to kind of do a little back and forth. I'll give my review on it, and then if you want to pop in on any of these songs, let's talk about some of these songs because this is picked straight out of our childhood. Like,
oh, for sure.
Integral piece of our childhood.
For sure. What year did the album drop?
It dropped September 1st, 1988. We had no business listening to this shit.
It was
actually
11 years old. No, 12 years old.
Yeah, I was like 11 or 12.
We've been 12. We've been 12.
Yeah.
You were born in 76, right?
Yeah.
I was born in 76.
Yeah.
And when did it drop?
88.
Yeah. That's 12 years.
Sure. I'll have to take your word for it. I'm terrible with math.
Kiss my ass.
I'm serious. Anyway, SWAS came out. It had 3 singles: Posse on Broadway, Rippin', and Iron Man. Let's see. Let's start from the top.
Get it, son. Get
How's
it. I've
that
been waiting
go?
on this all week.
I'm your big bang bang. I can't remember the words,
I'm
but
your big mall stopper, big bop bopper, beat him on a bopper.
Buttermilk Biscuits.
Is that track 1?
That is track 1.
Nice.
I love this song. And again, as a 12-year-old kid, first listening to this, you're like, what the fuck is this? I was hooked.
You thought you were in a rap album.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden you hear this craziness like, what is this?
Like, what? This is awesome. Buttermilk Biscuits, it is such a fun song. And that's one of the things I love about Mix-a-Lot's style is he isn't overly aggressive. He isn't overly he's not overly political. He doesn't cuss a lot.
He doesn't need to get his point across.
Right. And that was really refreshing to really kind of, as I kept listening to this album again, I was like, you know what? So much of the rap today, it's fuck this, fuck, whatever. And it gets just kind of like white noise, just ugh. But with Mix's style, he cusses a little periodically, but that really stood out to me. That it was relatively clean per se, but still definitely adult overtones, adult messages and stuff like that. But Buttermilk Biscuits, just such a fun, fantastic song. I don't know. I gave it an A+. Now, I don't know if it would. Do you think it being the title track, or I'm sorry, the lead-off track, do you think that hurt the album?
Not really.
Because if you're just putting that needle on,
I think it could, but if you bought the album and you're going to listen to the album, even if it ain't your favorite track off the rip, and you're used to Mix-a-Lot's, kind of tongue-in-cheek style, it's going to grow on you.
Yeah. It's just a voice.
There's no way that it can't. Even for that time, it's a bang, 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 like it's like it's fun, dude. It's fun.
Yep. So then that leads right into the iconic Posse on Broadway.
one of my favorite tracks, probably my favorite track by Sir Mix-a-Lot.
That's
And
not my
is
favorite track,
and
but man,
dude, listen,
it's
you have no
iconic.
if you've never sat in a vehicle with a wonderful fucking bass sound system
Hmm.
and heard that track, you do not know what the fuck you are missing.
Oh yeah.
That is one of the hardest hitting fucking tracks ever. I don't give a shit what anybody says.
Yep.
And a lot of times it was put on two rap compilation albums of
Yep.
bass tracks.
Yeah. Remember bass CDs?
Yep.
We used to
So
cruise around
yeah,
them
dude,
all the time.
that's why it's one of my favorites, dude.
I
And the flow is sick. It's a night out. These guys are just talking
yeah.
about a night out.
Yeah. And that's all it is, just talking about a night out. Um, I will say this. Mix-a-Lot come up with a couple of different phrases that I had to look up what they were. I've known them for forever, but I just like, what's that actually mean?
Like what?
Uh, um, mud duck.
Okay.
Do you know what mud duck is?
No.
Okay. According to Urban Dictionary, it's one of two meanings. It is either a white girl with a bunch of interracial kids with no father involved,
Oh my God.
or it's a girl that's so ugly she has to put on so much makeup it looks like mud, and she's a duck. She'll never be a swan. So
Uh,
one of those two, according to Urban Dictionary, not my dictionary,
I,
Urban Dictionary.
I don't
And
know, dude.
I could see it all coming out of. I could see both.
Uh, that's crazy, dude. That's crazy.
But yeah, I think I'm gonna slightly. I kind of wish that Posse on Broadway was the lead-off track, and then you go into Buttermilk Biscuits. I know it's just semantics, and it doesn't hurt the album because I love Buttermilk Biscuits so bad. But I'm saying, just as a casual fan, that might have flowed better. I think maybe.
Dude, it was the hit. It was the biggest hit on that
I
album.
I know Posse on Broadway for sure. But what I'm saying is put that first instead of Buttermilk Biscuits.
Why would you burn the hit first?
Okay, Enter
Put the
Sandman.
hit.
That was the first track on
It's
Metallica. Did
not the
that
best
burn it?
album. It's not the best on the album. What's your favorite song on the Black album?
Um, fuck. I'm gonna say Sad But True.
Same here. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you.
It's tough though. And what and see here, we're getting it full circle. I think didn't Mix-a-Lot. He sampled Sad But True on some other album. I gotta look that up. It seems like that's the case. Anyway, I digress. A plus, Posse on Broadway, absolute classic. It's a can't miss.
No.
Number three was Gold. I gave this an A. It was good. It was that again. Mix has a certain style, and he really doesn't stray from his presentation. He doesn't stray too much from it. Um, it was really good. Just nothing super fancy about it. It was good. It was really good. I gave it an A. SWAS. I gave that a. Hold on, I had to switch to the other paper. Uh, no, I'm sorry. I gave Gold a B. I gave Gold a B. Okay. SWAS. I gave an solid A. It's simple. It's catchy. Just silly lyrics. I love. I love that. There's um, this little Casio keyboard. Ding, nee, 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 nee,
Yeah.
nee. That was a cool little sample in there. You could hear like making sure that was the. Oh no, that was on Rippin'. Sorry, no, Swass was that was the next song. Rippin' with Kid Sensation. I gave that an A plus. Was up next. Um, this to me, the beginning of that song really, you could hear the origins of Baby Got Back um, on this. This is also another single. I love this song, and that's when that Casio thing came in there as well. Mix does a great job at whenever he does use samples, he uses them appropriately. It's not overdone. It's not, it's not stupid. I mean, it just makes sense.
Right.
So yeah, I loved Rippin'. It's fast. It's in your face. I really love that. Let's see. Attack on the Stars. Do you remember that? Do you ever remember that at all?
I do.
Okay. I love the stellar use of the drum machine. The beat is killer. Um, just phenomenal. A plus. Love this song. Next up was I don't know why they made this. It was only 9 seconds. It's just this little thing called Mall Dropper. I, I don't know why it just wasn't part of Hip Hop Soldier or just let off. Anyway, I didn't rate that because it was just 9 seconds. Hip Hop Soldier, I really like this. The sample it had was great, heavy attitude. Um, let's see, it's one of the few times he actually cusses in this. Uh, this Hip Hop Soldier had so much attitude. I gave it a solid A. Um, Next up was Iron Man featuring Metal Church. I think this was a an absolute play on trying to capture what Aerosmith and Run DMC did.
Okay. I can see that.
I think this is a dirtier version. I think this is a way less polished collaboration. Um, this is dirtier. It's heavier. It's meaner. Um, and I
You can
really
strike a
like it.
match in my hand. Too black
Yeah,
to tan. Heavy metal jam from a one-man band. Come on, dude. Bust my knuckles in a junkyard scuffle. Whipping adversaries with a brass belt buckle.
I'm glad. See, this is where I'm so glad you're able to remember lyrics like that
Dude,
because
I got a
I
gift.
can't,
I
I
got a
can't, I
gift,
can't do
dude.
it anymore. But yeah, it was so good, and it's like I can understand why this didn't get as popular as Walk This Way,
Right.
but fuck, it's still excellent. Still excellent. Loved it. Next up was Bremolo. Here's another one of those words.
I don't want to know.
I think you do.
No, I don't.
Okay, do you know what a Bremolo is?
And this is according to Urban Dictionary again.
Yes.
Where's
This
the
is
regular dictionary?
well, he made it up. Basically, it is just a word for a gross fat chick.
Jesus Christ.
He
But he
just
likes
made it
big
up.
butts.
Yeah, but good ones. He doesn't like gross ones. So I could have swore I wrote that down. But
Ah.
anyway, but yeah. Um, gross Bremolo. Oh, also, I was also looking up there. It was the B side of Baby Got Back. It was called Cake Boy. Do you know what Cake Boy is?
I don't want to know.
Cake Boy is an effeminate man. You're welcome.
Wow.
Next up, we've got Square Dance Rap. We bring back that Buttermilk Biscuits voice on this to really round it out. Um, Again, if you like Buttermilk Biscuits, you're gonna like Square Dance Rap. Same vibe, same awesomeness.
Yeah.
A plus. Okay, this is where it gets a little controversial. On the original LP, this is the final song, Romantic Interlude.
I would agree with you.
I am telling you now, this is the worst, creepiest fucking song I've heard in a long time.
Really?
Oh, creepy. This does not fit anywhere A on this album or B in Mix's catalog. It was
Really?
he was trying to be seductive and weird. It's just like ugh. I gave it a D.
Ah,
Like I listened through it and I'm
come on,
like,
baby.
this is cringy. Yeah, yeah. It was really like, hey girl, you know, ugh,
Every
ugh.
rapper has that kind of vibe at some point back in the 80s, dude. I
I
mean,
get it, but
LL Cool J I Need Love.
yeah, well, yeah, I Need Love's way better than this. I want
Okay.
everyone to listen to it just to make sure I'm not crazy. It was like, ugh. I wouldn't want, ugh. Anyway, D.
Okay. Now you said that would have been the appropriate track.
That
What was added that
so in the 90s, they re-released it on compact disc, and the last song was F the BS.
fuck the bullshit?
Yep, well, just F the BS. And it's a great replacement closer. It's a very aggressive rap style. It's very, this is what, this is Chef's Kiss. Great, great song. Um, and again, he didn't have to cuss in it. He made his point. It was
And the
great.
title's called Fuck the Bullshit.
No, it's called F the BS. Yep.
And didn't use a single cuss word.
No.
I have to go check that out. I don't
Yeah,
know
you
if I'm
should.
familiar with it.
Yeah. All in all, this is a really great album. It's not my favorite Mix-a-Lot album. I've always been partial to Seminar, which was the album right after this. The This is a great debut album um, for anybody. I mean, this is a high watermark. Um, so I, again, I got to ding it because of that romantic interlude. I kind of I I can't ding it much. Got to give it a 9.5.
I think you gave Gold a B.
Yeah, I'm still
And
giving it a
so
nine and a
Gold
half.
got a B,
Yep,
and then you had the track with a D,
yep,
Romantic Interlude.
yep.
Everything else was an A.
Yeah,
We're
A
landing at
or
about
above.
9.5, huh?
Yep,
Okay.
because the
All
I
right,
don't.
whatever you say, man.
Yeah,
You don't
nine and a
have to
half.
change it or nothing. Nine and a
No,
half. It
I'm
is
not
what it
changing
is.
it because it's just a
Don't
classic
debate
fucking
it.
album.
Don't debate it.
I'm
I
not.
would I
I'm
would
telling you.
I would firmly agree with you on the 9.5. All right. I would firmly agree with you on the 9.5
It
as
only
well.
got a 2.5 stars from Rolling Stone and All Music.
Pathetic.
That's wild.
Pathetic.
They don't know.
I will say this.
Hmm.
Listening to the album probably sounds a bit dated.
Oh, absolutely. It's
Yeah.
very dated.
It is
But
it is not the infancy of hip hop, but it was a time where hip hop was starting to make the transition over to more violent gang style
yeah,
being the more popular version of hip
yeah,
hop,
yeah.
rap, and whatnot. So yeah, cool, man. 9.5. Good job, man. So I think it's time for me to review.
That is correct.
Let's rock and roll, man. I'm looking over here where I think I got a little bit more light and I might be able to read this a little bit better now that I've got the desk switched around a little bit. I was given by you King Curtis live at the Fillmore West. Now, a couple things I want to preface this with. I can't exactly remember the date. Do you have that, Bruce?
I do. It was released August.
71,
Yep,
71.
yep.
So there is some interesting things about this album. He was out on tour with Aretha Franklin, and his band would be the backing band for Aretha Franklin for the tour as well. Uh, However, a week after this was probably released or recorded, I want to say, he was
Released.
stabbed outside of his apartment, according to Wikipedia, by a couple drug addicts. Um, that's what it says at Wikipedia. I don't.
Yep.
I can say that it's a shame. It's a shame because the guy could really play. Like he really got down, and his whole band was all the players are there. I'm going to say that now. That's something I could say about the review is all the players there. This is a great jazz album with some, a little bit of blues in it, some blues feel to it here and there. And a really good, it's just a really good example of a live jazz feel. Like you could literally cut the room with a knife because you can, maybe nobody's smoking in the room, but the music makes it feel like the room's foggy and you're in the back of a crowded lounge, man,
Yep.
just enjoying a band. And it was really, really good, man. They did a really good job with this. I liked it a lot. Track number 1 was Memphis Soul Stew. I gave this an A. It was an absolutely great opener. Um, Everything builds like a recipe in this song. And it's about 7.5, 8 minutes, I want to say.
Yep.
It's probably the longest track on the album as an opener, which is
It is.
dangerous to do, dangerous to do. But when you think about you're in a live setting, you're watching a band, they're warming up, they're getting into the shit, everybody's starting to do, we're bringing everybody in and everybody's there. This is a great jam to do so. So I gave it an A. Track number 2, A Whiter Shade of Pale. I want to say that this is a cover. I can't recall who, to be honest with you. However, I gave this one an A as well. I stated it was a killer jazz tune. Uh, and at this point, the band has now turned it on. Okay. I don't know that this was recorded consecutively in one night.
No.
However, the way they cut this album and did this album up, it feels like it was. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? And it has a really good feel behind that. So kudos to whoever put that together. I think they really did a good job. And
Hey,
like I
Tony,
said,
I was going to say real quick, Whiter Shade of Pale is a Procol Harum cover.
okay, that's why I couldn't remember it.
Yep.
So,
Yep.
um, but once again, an A, they did a great job. I don't know. I didn't listen to the original, but I could tell you, I enjoyed this piece. I found it to be very wonderful to listen to. I gave it an
Mhm.
A. Track number 3, Led Zeppelin cover. Um, Whole
Which is
lot
a
of
Willie
love.
Dixon song.
Right. Whole lot of love. Uh, Great take. Um, but for me, it was, without the vocals, it takes a lot from the song. I love the Led Zeppelin version of the song
Mhm.
so much. It is probably my favorite Led Zeppelin. No, at least in my top 3.
Yeah.
Just that riff, that
Yep.
it's just a great riff. And without the vocals, man, this really took a lot away from it. So I gave it a B.
Okay.
I wouldn't skip the track, but the vocals, missing the vocals for me, it just took a lot away. Um, Track number 4, I Stand Accused. I gave this one A. Said a slower tempo jazz tune with some serious jamming over it, man. There's just a really good beat going on in the back and chill, just kind of hanging out. And these guys just play over it, man. And they really work the fucking beat. And I thought it was great. Absolutely loved it. I gave that one an A as well. Um, Track number 5, Them Changes. This was more upbeat jazz, almost like a hustle. Like if you know what a hustle style tune is, you
Mhm.
know what I mean? It kind of had that feel. Um, the
This is a Jimi Hendrix cover.
okay, the problem for me with this, for me, okay, and this is crazy for me to say, I know it
Mhm.
is, is it felt too long.
Ah,
It just felt like it was just too long for me. And I gave it a B. Okay. However,
wow.
would I skip the track? No, I wouldn't skip the track. This is a live album. I want to hear the whole concert. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? So I would say that. All right. Um, Track number 6, Ode to Billy Joe. This is a cover, I believe, as well. I can't remember
Uh-huh.
by who.
Bobby Gentry.
Um, this was a mid-tempo style
Mhm.
jazz tune. Um, it didn't grab me. It
I
didn't
get
grab.
that.
It didn't grab me like the rest of like a lot of the songs on the rest of the album. So I ended up giving that one a B. as well. It just didn't. There was nothing really stand out to me as a horrible track. No. Am I going to skip the track? Once again, it's a live album. I want to hear the whole concert. Track number 7, Mr. Bojangles. I gave this an A plus.
Mm.
I believe this is a cover as well.
Yep. Jerry Jeff Walker.
Really mellow jazz track that has a small buildup, about 2/3 of the way in.
Mhm.
I can't say enough about this track. This is hands down probably my favorite track. I'm going to say, no, I'll just say it. It's my favorite track on the album,
Mm.
hands down. Absolutely love this track. Um, it would be if I sat down and listened to this album again, it would be the track I would look forward to.
Yeah.
You know, track number 8, Signed, Sealed, Delivered, I'm Yours cover. Um, I gave this one an A, man.
Yeah.
Great cover, very up tempo. But once again, it felt like another hustle. Felt like a bit of a
Hmm.
hustle song. So kind of cool, man. I dug that a lot. And then we rounded off at track number 9 with Soul Serenade. I believe this may be an original, or is this a cover?
Mm, I think this is the cover as well.
Okay. However, I gave this one an A plus as well. Great closer, slow, relaxing, mellow. Has that vibe of have a good night, guys. We enjoyed playing for you. You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
It felt really good. All the players produced this big, big sound across this album. So, I mean, I gave I mean, it's a nine tracks, right? It wasn't
Yep.
very long. Took about 45 minutes to listen to. It's a good listen. As far as a live jazz album goes. And I don't have a big reference of frame for jazz, but there's some heavy jazz elements, light blues elements here. And it's wonderful, 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 wonderful album. However, with 9 tracks, it's got a B, a B, 9 tracks, 3 Bs. I mean, this is hard to justify, being that it's a live album. It sounded so good. The track placement was done so well that it felt like it was cohesive. And I think a lot of that makes up for where I would ding it on the Bs. So I'm going to be honest with you, man. I'm going to give this album a solid 8.5. I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it. And I'm very taken back by the man. His his life was taken shortly after.
Yeah. Week after this bad boy was released.
Man, and this is a solid album, man. I mean, I like,
Mhm.
no jokes about it, dude. No, like, there was a lot of talent in that band. A
Mhm.
lot of good stuff going on, and it makes perfect sense why they backed Aretha Franklin. So,
Uh,
solid 8.5, man. And anything above an 8 is doing pretty damn good for me, dude.
yeah. I Albert Bouchard was talking about King Curtis on a podcast, and he was like, he was so influential, and I went to see him live, and he was talking about Bernard Purdy, who was the drummer, and I love that piece in Memphis Soul Stew where he's introducing each member as they're coming into their parts.
Yeah,
And Bernard Purdy coming in with those, ah, with those fills. I mean, he's just so good. Billy Preston, one of
dude.
the,
Dude, let me tell you something. I don't have a
ah,
big frame of reference for jazz,
yeah.
but you know good music when you hear good music.
Hmm.
Like, I'm not going to sit here and go, I'm going to give this album a 9.5, because I absolutely got to go hear the next King Curtis album.
Hmm.
However, I wouldn't be nowhere near opposed to listen to another King Curtis album, because this was solid.
Yeah.
This was a solid, solid listen. Is it going to fit in my rotation? I don't have a big jazz rotation right now. It may end up in my jazz rotation, but I listen to a lot of the dark jazz stuff. You know
Hmm.
what I mean? So late
Yeah,
night jazz, I love that style of shit.
yeah, this is definitely in my rotation. Um, I love them changes. Um, I love the Hendrix version. But they did a phenomenal job. I will agree with you. With a whole lot of love, to me, it felt a little too fast
It was very
for that.
rushed.
For that, I understand why they did it. It just didn't work, and you're missing those vocals. Um,
Yeah.
so,
The vocal piece missing was
yep,
very hard.
yeah. For me, I give this a 9.5. I love, 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 love this album, but there's a couple little scratches on it.
For six tracks being A's, three being B's. I mean, it's not a bad listen.
Hmm.
Like it's not like I would never sit down and listen to this again.
Right.
I'd almost love to hear this on vinyl. You know what I mean?
I might be able to hook you up. Oh,
All
well, my
right.
friend, what are you giving me for next week?
No, 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 no.
No?
You tell me.
Oh, I'm telling you?
Yeah,
Well, are you sure that you really did like that album? Are you sure?
I did. I do.
Oh,
I'm telling you what. I'm finding a place where I've never really done a dive on jazz,
hmm.
but I'm finding a place for jazz in my life. You know what I mean? So,
Yep.
and I dig it. So,
Okay, well, you wanted it, you got it. I'm giving you the counterpart to this album. I'm giving you Aretha Franklin live at Fillmore West on the same tour.
what a wonderful way to transition into Women's Month
Hey,
with
I'm good at those
the
things.
Queen of Soul.
That's right.
That's who she is, the Queen of Soul, right?
That is. She is.
Excuse me. Live at the Fillmore West.
Hmm.
I look forward to it. It's funny. We bring up Aretha Franklin. She had a role in one of my favorite movies I was talking about with Kate. I want to sit down. Kate's never seen the original, but
Blues Brothers.
she's seen the
Oh,
2000 version. She's never seen the original. So I'm going to sit her down and watch it with her sometime this weekend or something.
heck yeah.
Yeah. So, all right. Are you ready for my album,
I
sir?
am live.
I dug in my back pocket for this one.
Okay.
I am going to give you Canadian sensation,
Go on.
Alana Miles, self-titled debut album.
That's an interesting choice. You piqued my interest at Canadian Sensation, and then you started saying Alana. I'm like, ooh, Alanis Morissette. No, Alana Miles. Alana Miles. Okay, I know the name. I do not know the artist.
Black
Is that
Velvet,
her?
if you please. Yes.
Boom, boom, boom.
Uh-huh. Mississippi in the
On the
middle of
middle
a
of the
dry.
night. Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
That's so funny. Sweet. That's gonna be fun.
Yeah. I hope you enjoy this album. My older sister, about the time Black Crowes album dropped, this album was kind of big too. So,
Yeah.
uh, and you know what? I always enjoy hearing Black Velvet whenever I hear it. So either way, man, if you like what you see here, please like, comment, subscribe, share with your friends. Tell your mother, tell your brother, tell your son, tell your mother, other mother, tell your
Where?
grandma, tell your grandpa, tell your cousin, tell your long lost friend. If you're into music and you like hearing reviews on albums and you want to give us an album to review, we'd love to hear it.
Yeah.
Once again, I'm Tone.
I'm Bruce.
We're hooked on Sonics, and we will see you guys next week.
See ya.
See ya.